Oh my god, I stopped eating after 8 p.m. and I lost so much weight. Like, yeah, sure, because you ate less calories. Oh my god, scared. Oh, hey team, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Like, what? I know. I'm like so very scared right now, so please be nice. I need some tequila. This probably wasn't the best first YouTube video I could ever film because I literally looked like an egg, but we're just gonna brush past it and get started. So I had a question on my Instagram today that I kind of thought everybody knew, and I thought that it had been covered an awful lot in this industry so far, but it turns out there's still people asking. So I did a poll and I found out that quite a few people didn't know this either. So the question is, should I stop eating after a certain time in the evening? Now, it's a common question and it ranges between like, should I stop eating at 6 p.m? Should I stop eating at 8 p.m, 9 p.m, whatever. But the whole general gist is, should I stop eating at a certain time of night? Just on a side note, I'm going to talk about this in terms of fat loss only. Firstly, let's look at why people are saying this. Some studies show a correlation between eating late at night and weight gain. That those who tend to eat later at night tend to gain more fat than those who don't. Does this mean that eating late at night causes fat gain? Let's have a look. So some people say that because it's late, you're not going to be moving as much. You're not going to be as active as you are generally throughout the day. So therefore, you're not going to be able to burn those calories off. And because your metabolism slows down when you're sleeping, you're again not going to be burning off those calories. Now, when you're asleep, your metabolism has been shown to slow down by about 15%. That's not a lot. And your body still burns calories whilst you're sleeping, like you're breathing, you're moving, pumping blood around, repairing cells, muscles, tissues, all that sort of stuff. We get up to go to the toilet, we fidget. In REM sleep, your brain's like super active, so you're even burning calories whilst you're dreaming. So it's definitely not that. And it's not because you're less active during the evening than you are throughout the day, because let's face it, when you get home, you sit on the sofa and you watch TV. But what do you do at work? You sit at a desk and you look at a computer screen. It's not much different. The correlation between late night eating and weight gain is probably more due to the fact that you're just eating more. Oh my god, I stopped eating after 8 p.m. and I lost so much weight. Like, yeah, sure, because you ate less calories. You stopped eating the crap that we tend to eat late at night. Gets to 9 p.m. in front of the telly, how often do you reach for a salad? More like grabbing the biscuits, the chocolate, the crisps. We tend to turn to boredom or comfort foods late at night whilst we're mindlessly chewing away watching our favourite TV show. After dinner, we tend to consume a higher amount of calories because we're generally choosing higher calorie, low nutrient foods that are much easier to overeat on. So yeah, when you decide to stop eating late at night, you might lose weight because your overall daily intake has lowered. As we know, fat loss comes down to a calorie deficit, and boom, you've just created one. Same way intermittent fasting works, you're just shortening that window of eating. Or when you go keto and you cut out an entire food group, thus, I know I just said thus, who am I? Limiting the total amount of food you're eating. And neither of those are miracle fat burning methods either. Not to mention the fact that late night eating can affect scale weight. Notice how I said scale weight and not actual weight. You may find that when you wake up after eating late at night, you weigh more. That's not because you magically gained fat overnight. A chocolate bar doesn't magically triple in calories just because it's past 8 p.m. Food doesn't know what time of day it is, and your body doesn't know what time of day you're eating that food. So when you wake up and you get on the scales and find that you're like a pound heavier, it's probably just the fact that you've still got food in your system. So should we stop eating late at night? It's literally up to you, mate. I eat whatever I want. It's not uncommon for me to have dinner at like 11 p.m. I'm a busy gal. As long as I fit it into my overall calories, I'm sound. If you're a nurse on a 12-hour shift and the only time you get to eat dinner is midnight, go for it. It really is a case of you do you, boo. But here's a few things to consider. Number one, plan ahead. If you know you like snacking late at night, have healthier foods in the house to easily grab, like yogurts, grapes, watermelon, Lodo or Fiber One brownies, popcorn. Keep the higher calorie, low nutrient foods out of sight, or better yet, out of the house. You're much less likely to overconsume on foods that you don't have access to easily. And if you know you're a sucker for some celebrations or Pringles or Jaffa cakes, allow for it. Save some calories throughout your day so that you can accommodate for those in the evening. You're allowed to have a treat or two. Keep your portions smaller and eat high volume, low calorie foods throughout the day to be able to enjoy some things that you love at night. Also be aware that your scale weight may look funky the next day. Don't stress, it's not overnight fat gain. If you do want to stop eating late at night, fine. It's an option. Again, just one of the many options that you have to lose fat. Just note that if it's been a while since you've eaten, you wake up in the morning, you might be a bit hungry. That's just from personal experience. If you need help or you're not sure what the best option is for you, drop me a DM and we can get you booked in for a call. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you want to know more about all things fitness.